Arsenal expose their hatred again, and this is epic. Plus, Chelsea were robbed. We're jumping into it in the show. We've got categorical evidence of it. So make sure like buttons are hit. Make sure you're subscribing. Plus, amazing content from X, an amazing reaction from the Don Hussam as well. But strap yourselves in. Hit the like button if you haven't done so already. If you haven't liked the show yet, I don't know why. Honestly, I can't work out why you haven't done it. But get the like button hit. Make sure you are subscribing. Make sure you've got that bell notification button turned on as well. It's right next to the subscribe button. Most of you are subscribed, but you'll see it. It's right there. It's right next to it. All you've got to do is click on that and ensure that you know when we go live, you know when we've got content coming out, etc., etc., etc. But really, really important to us that you do that and that you get that done, please, now, my people. It's very important. So I'm waiting on you. Yes, I can see you, John. I can see you ain't pressed it. Let's get it done now. But let's jump into this. And I want to start with Arsenal because I saw this clip yesterday evening and it was one of those moments where I felt I have to speak to my community about this. I'm all for banter from fans at times. A little comment here, a little dig there, a little joke. But again, the mainstream media pushing these narratives, I think, is absolutely disgraceful. Take a little listen to this.
Me, the one thing that will cost Arsenal the title this year is Mikel Arteta.
Well, look, straight away, Richard Keys here. One thing that will cost Arsenal the title this year is, drum roll, Mikel Arteta. That is a line given to him by producers. It's scripted. And they've gone out there and look, there are Arsenal fans that don't like Arteta. There are rivals that don't like Arteta who will say that exact same sentence in exactly the same way. So they kind of just produced it to rattle people. And it's okay to say these things if you've got something credible, substantial to say. But let's take a little listen.
Got it wrong at Liverpool. Badly wrong. Got it wrong today for me.
He didn't get it badly wrong at Liverpool. He didn't. They were the better team in the first half. The players weren't taking enough risks when they had the ball in the final third. That's true. Partly the manager, partly the players. The only element he got wrong is Eze, Dalman, and Odegaard should have come on that little bit sooner in the game. But this idea got it badly wrong. It's such an exaggeration.
How many games has Declan Rice played?
If you count the international, 4, 5, maybe.
Rested.
I know. I don't get it. I don't get it. Listen.
Surely you put everything you got into this early part of the season and say, go and get me a league, go and make a statement.
You do. Listen, you should.
You see the rhetoric that's being used there. I told you a minute or so ago, the producers of these shows, when they script this, when they sit there and rehearse this, because they rehearse all of this, this isn't off the cuff. They don't just go live and speak about what's on their mind. They rehearse it, they script it, they are given direction. Now, don't say this, say that instead. You see what the words he also used? Go out there and make a statement. And let me tell you why this is all nonsense, okay? I don't actually care if you believe he's right. I think what you believe is nonsense. One, all of the Champions League teams thus far this weekend have rotated for their opening Champions League games. We've seen it. There has been rotation. Straight up. Spurs did it. They won their game. Chelsea did it. And if it wasn't for bad defending and an offside goal at the end, they would have come through with 3 points, which I'm told is all that matters now. Have you noticed that rhetoric's changed as well? Performances, what everybody spoke about for 5 years. Now, when it comes to certain teams, Chelsea winning, just about 3 points. Man United, just about getting 3 points. With Arsenal, it's, well, no, the performances we've got to focus on as well. It's the always looking to trip people up. But they did make a statement yesterday, and it is absolutely right to rotate even this early in the season because Arsenal are trying to win it all. You cannot just play your main players, your best players, every game, start them every game to win these things. You know this hasn't happened before. You know Pep is famed for his rotation. Klopp, famed for his rotation. Why are we suddenly creating this new, unrealistic expectation that Arsenal are not going to have to rotate their best players when it isn't just a Champions League game midweek? They then play City next weekend. The easiest of the 3 games was at home to Forest, and they have to adjudge this. It's ridiculous punditry at every single level.
Do exactly that. Get a good start. Go and beat teams. Stay up there, top of the league.
They have. They've won 3 of their opening 4 games, 1 goal conceded, 9 goals scored. And look, it wasn't great at Liverpool. Granted, could have made some different decisions, but they were only beaten by the best team in the country by a brilliant free kick. Let's not pretend they were battered and were outclassed and looked well off the pace. Arsenal had one of the hardest starts of the season of any team in the Premier League. 3 wins from the 4, a point or so off top if Liverpool win today. And people are speaking about it like they've had Manchester City start to the campaign. What are we doing here?
A little disrespectful to suggest that he's resting them because they're playing Nottingham Forest. That could come and bite you, Keezy. And it might bite them today. I don't know.
But it didn't bite them. And where's the address? Where's BN Sports publishing that video? Absolutely ridiculous. The squad has had, this is the irony. Arteta spent nearly $1 billion. He needs to be able to win it no matter what's going on. Injuries are no excuse. Or we're going to rotate. 1, we want to stop injuries. 2, we want to keep people fresh. 3, we want to use a squad you're saying gives us no excuse. How dare you rotate and use that squad? See, it is duplicitous at every single level. Now, I want to just, before we move on and go to the other subjects here, this was for Sam when Zubimendi's goal went in.
Zubimendi just scored. Zubimendi just scored.
See the anger? Can you see it bubbling up inside? He's like, Zubimendi scored. He can't. Oh, look at him. Look at him. Look, you can see it. It's palpable.
Goal right there. Good goal. Fucking bum.
Look, I want to speak Chelsea. I have to speak about Chelsea yesterday. I called them out at the end of yesterday's game because I felt that they defended set pieces really poorly. I think they moved the ball too slowly in the first half and a lack of concentration, really, and champions know-how at the end of that game cost them 3 points. Oh, they lost 2 points. Didn't cost them 3. Cost them 2 points. But I think every point's going to matter this season, and I think Chelsea are trying to win the league. They're an outsider, but they're trying to win the league. That all being said, I'm a little bit angry at the footballing world at the moment, the fans. This notion that because I wasn't happy with how we played, I don't care if the referees made mistakes. I find it, maybe it's the polarized world that we live in. Maybe it's the fact that we can't break bread and find common ground with people we disagree with almost at every single level of life. It's a sad indictment of how the world is. And in the footballing context, Chelsea were robbed yesterday, and it's not getting the attention it deserves. And let me show you where they were robbed, okay? So the ball gets thrown into the box. Now, before anyone says a word, you cannot be offside directly from a throw. The amount of people I've seen reply to my tweet saying, why was this not given as offside? You can't be offside from a throw. The throw comes in, and you can see here, Collins gets his head to the ball, okay? Up until this point, there's no issue. Atara, though, you can see Atara here. He is the deepest Brentford player. He is in between the goalkeeper and Reece James. You can see him on the screen. Very, very easy. After this header, the ball goes backwards towards Reece James. And Atara doesn't just attempt to play the ball. It does appear makes a touch. But either way, he gets in Reece James's way. He makes a deliberate attempt to play the ball, which now makes him active in that play. That was when the header was made. He then makes a play for the ball. Just so everybody knows, this is the opposite angle. He is clearly, as Collins headers that ball, offside, in an offside position. He then becomes active when he attempts to play the ball. The ball then runs through, goes to the far post, Carvalho taps it in and equalizes. But it's important to call this out. It's important to put pressure on the PGMOL to come out and at the very least talk about this. Why was he adjudged to be onside? What did they check? Because as much as a rival, it was funny to see Chelsea fans melt down. As much as I want to see Chelsea fans hold their team accountable, we can't just sit here because we either hate Chelsea, want Chelsea to lose, or because Chelsea fans have now got what I call the manosphere virus, which is, no, we have to just take personal accountability for things we're not even personally accountable for because we are real men. I want us to get away from this as much as we can. Feel free to do what you want, but I want us to get away from it. This still must be called out. It can be a separate conversation, a ring-fence conversation that isn't taken away from the things that you were unhappy that your club did wrong. I don't know where we've created this notion that calling out bad decisions means your team won't get better. Sir Alex Ferguson was the greatest Premier League manager of all time. We won consistently, but he also consistently called out referees. The team didn't become weak because of it. Where has this lie come from? I don't know who created this lie, but we need a serious debate about this. But Chelsea were robbed yesterday, and I wanted to take the time to call that out because I thought it was an absolute disgrace on every single level. But give us your thoughts, give us your opinions in the comment section below.
Oh! Waste to Ram Nil and Lee Gunner with a hair transplant got Graham potted, fam. We didn't see no bubbles at the stadium today. It was an ice bath. And second off, either Westfield Stratford had a sale or them fans went to join up with Tommy Robinson. It was empty. We need to rename them Southam because they're going down faster than a
If you ain't from England, you're not even going to understand the layered quality of that joke.
man that forgot their gal's birthday. These man need points so bad, they could bring in Cycling Mikey next. Not referee, it must have been Danny Dyer, the decisions that he was making. When he gets home, he's going to have his iPhone face down when he's chilling with his gal. Because he's cheating. Even the Suchek challenge, we had to settle for a red card. A card. That was GBH. They should have phoned the police. That Suchek brother was handing out more kicks than Joe LaPuma on Complex, fam. We didn't have to. Them hammers, they were made out of polystyrene. Only thing they were blowing today were their season ticket money. Brother, these man got rolled over like some Premier League pastry. Rolled over. It was free like some airport Wi-Fi. Free. Imagine, West Ham fans brought their binoculars to the stadium just to boo Special K Mohamed Kudus, fam. I was getting booed up like LMA, treating man like Mohamed Judas, but the man left with 3 points, 3 goals, and your tears. Lucasberg Valiant, Lucasberg Valverde, Lucasberg Valenciera. What a header. This guy was causing more problems in East London than the Cray twins, fam. All the chat were trying to cook Professor.
Fantastic from X. Make sure you go and check out Expressions Oozing. Check out his channel right now. And look, Spurs were very good yesterday. Aside from all the banter from X, and I won't even try to compete with it because it's just stupid, okay? It's like watching Canelo and Crawford in the ring. There's only one person coming out as a winner from that fight. And from my perspective, I thought Spurs were excellent yesterday. But he's right. You know, West Ham, it was such a beating. The stadium was half empty by the 60th minute of the game. That is damning. I know that they were 2-0 down, 3-0 down to 10 men. But it also tells you that the fans have lost complete belief in the manager and the way the direction the club's going in. It won't be long until the players completely lose faith as well. The results are already terrible. They've got to cut their losses sooner rather than later, in my personal opinion. And again, unless they're trying to play a new way, unless they're trying to implement a particular style and they're going to be regimented for the next 3 or 4 years and go in that direction, I'm not sure if they're going to do that. I think bring in Nuno, bring in a pragmatist. West Ham, I know historically they play beautiful football back in the 80s, 70s, 60s, but you ain't been that for 30, 40 years, right? Go back to what you're good at in the Prem. Pragmatic, hard to break down, compact, good on the counter-attack. That is the modern day West Ham, and there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it. But West Ham, like Graham Potter, there's almost this great overlap. There is this identity crisis. They don't know what they are. They're like a non-binary football club. Today we're pragmatic, now we're attacking. Now we're possession, then we're pragmatic. You've got to stay in your lane. and you'll be far more successful. Look what you've done under Allardyce. Look what you did under Moyes, when you just accepted what you were and got on with it. Listen, people, do me a favor and hit that like button if you haven't done so already. Get yourself subscribing to the Football Terrace. Until next time, take care, goodbye, God bless, and we'll see you all again soon. Peace.